Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV. Nice to have you along. It's, of course, the show where we keep talking about sport in the province, the various codes. We talk about the coaches, the administrators, the topics across the districts. We're currently talking about the Lipizzaners that are based at Mystico here in Cape Town. In studio with me, Jhani van der Berg. She's the stud manager for the Lipizzaner program. Jhani, what does that mean? What does that mean to be the stud manager?
So as we are a performance center, we need new horses to continue the legacy, to continue the shows, and to continue obviously preserving the breed. So I'm in charge of making sure that we keep breeding the horses and find the matches that will work out best for them in the future.
So what happens then? I mean, if you breed a horse and the horse is born, what then? Does the horse stay in Cape Town, or
they do.
Travel?
So when our foals are born, they are always stable.
The foals, I must of
they're
course
very
remember the
sweet.
words.
They are very sweet. So once they're born, they usually stay with their moms for the first 6 months. After that, then they get weaned. So they all stay on our stud farm, which is located near Paarl in the Western Cape.
Yeah.
Lovely, beautiful green farm. All housed together, and they stay there.
So they don't stay at Mystico, they go somewhere else?
We have somewhere else. We've got really nice big fields for them, so they can really learn to just be horses and have some fun.
Oh, so they get to run around and
play, do whatever they'd like for the first few years of their life.
Yeah.
And then the boys will come to us and we'll start their training program so they can become one of our dancing white stallions. And the girls, they enjoy it. They get to play around for a few more years.
All right, so they're not going to other farms and being shipped overseas.
No.
They stay here in Cape Town. That's fantastic.
Yes.
So your day job then, as a stud manager, you wake up in the morning and you're on the way to the farm. Yep,
I'm on my way to the farm. Most mornings I'll quickly stop by the stud, check everyone, make sure everyone's looking good. If there's anything, then obviously I'll contact my team and we'll advise and we'll chat about it. After that, I quickly go to Mystico, check in with the office, make sure there's nothing urgent going on. Then I hop on some horses.
How many Lipizzaners are there? I mean, it's not a big volume number. It's a very exclusive.
It is. They are quite rare here in South Africa. So we've got 29 performance stallions in our barn at Mystico Equestrian Centre, and then we have 32 mares and foals on our stud farm.
Okay, and the performing Lipizzaners, are they all stallions?
They are all stallions. As per tradition, all of our performing horses are the dancing white stallions.
Right, okay, so talk me through that now. You say they're a performing horse.
Yes.
So, of course, members of the public can, according to whichever event you're putting on, members of the public can come and watch the Lipizzaners.
Of course.
What is the kind of thing that you will see on the day?
So, the Lipizzaners are not only known for, their colour, but also for their wartime. So, in the performances, we do choreographed routines to music.
Right.
Showing the variety of not only training aspects we have at the Lipizzaners, but also levels you can find these horses at. So we start from something very simple, like the young horses who only move in straight lines and circles, all the way up to our school quadrille, which is a little bit more tricky. We also show the movements that they would have used in battle, purely for their aesthetic value now, but I promise you they'll knock your socks off.
So is there someone standing on a microphone,
yes,
talking through it, and is it one horse at a time, or how does it work?
So we've got an announcer who will not only give you a little bit background about the history of the horses, but she'll explain everything that's going on in front of you. It can be anywhere from one horse in the arena all the way up to 8 or 10. Okay,
and is it like a show?
It is.
Starts at a certain time, finishes at a certain time?
It does. So it's one of those really fun adventures you can take out. You can join us out in the winelands near Paarl. All our performances are at 11:30. Come in, watch a performance. They're about 90 minutes long. Then afterwards, we always have our Lipizzaner wine bar open, a gin bar, and some lovely food from
the local areas.
It's a whole event. It's a really great day out for the whole family.
People can buy tickets for it.
They can. You can buy tickets, you can join us.
Is this all at Mystico?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we've got a little drone clip here.
Yes.
So this is, of course, Mystico in all its glory. Jhani, just talk us through this here. What are we looking at here?
So at the moment you're having an overview of Mystico Equestrian Centre. You'll see further back on the screen, you'll see their big indoor and their 2 grass amphitheatres on either side, which we regularly perform on during the summer months when it's really nice and toasty. Then you can bring out your picnic blankets and join us there. In front here, you'll see some of the barns, the smaller buildings, and then, of course, the 2 larger indoors in the centre of the screen, which is where we do our regular performances.
It's quite a big facility.
It's massive. It's a world-class facility that we're so fortunate to have the Lipizzaners with.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and it certainly looks like anyone who comes and watches the performance is going to have, let's just say, an experience.
It's a world-class venue for these world-class horses, and the beauty of it is, with the Cape Town weather, thanks to the indoors, rain or shine, the dancing will continue.
Right, so Lipizzaner Stallions, of course, based at Mystico, but in addition to the eventing and the showing and part of the First Strand project, you've got the student program, right?
Yes. So with the First Strand, we've got a youth development program that we've been running for about the last 8 years, and they've been helping previously disadvantaged individuals coming from various backgrounds who all have a passion for horses join the Lipizzaner student program, where they earn qualifications that are not only valid here in South Africa, but also overseas.
Yeah.
So they can continue their equestrian journey in a really supportive way and make a career out of it.
So what's a typical sort of process then that a student would have? I mean, you're not opening the books, right?
Oh, we have to. You know
studying?
what? There are some theory behind it. So
Okay.
the theory that we get is from the Equestrian Qualifications Association of South Africa.
Right.
And they obviously need certain hours and need to do a series of exams to complete these qualifications. So in the mornings, we'll have lectures with them. They'll also get some practical lectures. And of course, like any apprenticeship, they'll do some hours as well so they can get all those qualifications under their belt.
Is that Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday? So students are working?
They are. We
Yeah.
have, with the equestrian industry, obviously our hours aren't always set, so we really try and show that to them so they can prepare for the life that they're interested in. So we generally train from Mondays to Saturdays. Unless we perform, then it's always Mondays to Sundays.
I'm assuming that it doesn't matter if you work on a farm, you must be prepared to get your hands dirty.
You have to. We promise. Look, the horses are white and we try and keep them clean, but it is a little bit of a dusty job.
Yeah, but I mean, you're working.
We're not.
You're
We're hands-on all the way
Yeah.
through. The students work with the horses from the get-go, whether it be mucking out their stables, grooming them, or even performing with us. We do it all.
Is there career opportunities in this? I mean, you've got a full-time job.
I am. I'm full-time with the Lipizzaner, so I'm not only one of their performance riders, but I also run their stud, and then I help with their public relations. But there is a career. You know, the bigger we can make the Lipizzaners, the longer we can make this, the more job opportunities we create.
And how much is there any crossover? I mean, over the last few years, we've had showing, equitation, endurance riding. I mean, we've had a lot of the different equestrian codes in studio with us. Jackie Nichols, Sylvia Bruckner, they're just doing a fantastic job.
They are.
Making sure is there any crossover then from equestrian sport, not equestrian sport, but any codes like show jumping or gymnastics, do any of them then become, or is there any sort of...
So dressage, which is from Western Cape Dressage, which you would have discussed with Sylvia, is obviously our main endeavour. The Lipizzaners showcase classical dressage and have continued like that. But another way to look at it is also that our qualifications that these students achieve through our program eventually can lead to a coach's qualification. And these are the coaches that we're sending out here in the Western Cape to continue to coach the next year.
But if you're doing dressage, you can't just pitch up at Mystico and say, I'm riding in Lipizzaner today.
No, unfortunately not. You can if you'd like to, but then you're going to have to book a lunch lesson with us where we'd help you with your balance. If you are interested in joining the Lipizzaners, we always ask that you send your CV. Depending on your ability, you can either then join the student program, or then we could continue you as a trained rider.
This is a little bit like you need a special license to get on this horse. You're getting in a Ferrari.
You do. They really are incredibly special. And because there are so few of them and we really try and uphold the tradition, there are certain values we always want to install in you before you hop on.
So in terms of the event, the program itself, the Lipizzano events then, when is the next event?
The 2nd of April, we have a hopping Easter with the South African Lipizzaners. So it's really going to be a lovely day out with our wine bar, gin bar, everything out. A really nice day for the family before the Easter
hopping
weekend.
Day?
Hopping, it's Easter, so we're having a hop to it with some bunnies around and all of that. Our students will be hopping around with some super Easter eggs, so we're really keen for a fun day out.
And how do people go about buying a ticket? I mean, if you want to watch the Lipizzanos, do you go to a website, you buy a ticket online?
You do. So we have our website and obviously all of our social media pages with links to our ticketing provider who's called Quicket.
Yeah.
So you can buy tickets directly from Quicket, or if you're feeling like coming on the day, you can show up at the gate, and at the gate you can buy your ticket and join us.
I'm assuming it's kid-friendly?
It is. It's really super kid-friendly. The horses love meeting the kids. After the performance, you come in the barn, you can feed them some carrots, take some photos, and really fall in love with them like we have.
What does the rest of your day look like now today?
The rest of my day, once I finish up here, I'm off to go do 1 or 2 training sessions at Mystico, and then I'll go to the stud, and then we'll see where the day takes us.
Jhani van der Berg, it's been great chatting with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
We want to get you back in the studio. We want to get more pictures and videos of the Lipizzanos. Fantastic program. And also the student program, that sounds amazing.
It is. It's an incredible opportunity. So thank you so much for letting me share about it.
Right, folks, there we go. Get down to Mystico. Go and watch the Lipizzaners. It sounds like it's something you can do every month. You don't have to just do it once. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Don't go away.